Check, check. Are we on? Let me cut to the front cam up here while I make these adjustments over here. Just so you guys, I just came out from. If you guys wonder why I'm wearing this crazy, I guess it's like an eye patch. Actually, you can see over here that just got caught recently. So actually, I was punched directly on the eye. So my eye's not really tracking correctly. Anyways, yeah. Let's see. Is it live streaming now? Okay. Should be. Okay, yes, it is. Okay, it's there. Okay. Let me see if I can change. I should be able to change the thumbnail. So let me do that right quick. Yeah, okay. Perfecto. Okay, edit title and description. Okay. What? Okay. Change the thumbnail here. All right, we'll be ready to start in a moment. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Bam. All right. So we've changed the thumbnail. Okay, good. Now let me switch to the screen here so we can get to the business. Okay. All right, so I believe that we are ready to get started here. What's up, folks? Check it out now. So today, I'm going to cover this person named Jules Terpak. I've been following her because she got picked up by Andrew Yang to actually be a co-host. She's actually you can see that there's, he has a bunch of different guests on. But then there was a recurring guest, Jules Terpak, her about Amazon labor. Here she's talking about shootings in America, boys, men, remote work. And then she talks about homelessness later on. And then, I look for changes in behavior. I look for, to see what's going on. And for the last 2 months, Jules Terpak has not been on the, what is this called? Forward with Andrew Yang. She's not been on this podcast, even though she's supposed to be a co-host. Let's take a look over here. I will leave this open so I could see. Is this? Yeah, good. This is muted. Yeah, so I could see the chat, and I will check on that occasionally. All right, so let's see who Jules Terpak is right quick. I was looking at her earlier to check some things out. She has a TikTok. I haven't got 4.5 million likes, 300,000 fans. That's significant. She has an email over here, so you're going to see that I've actually penned an email to her. We're going to see what happens with that, and we'll go over what the content of that email is. Okay. Let's take a little, but before we do that, let's just do a little examination of who Jules Terpak is right quick. Okay, so we see that she has 300,000 TikTok fans, which makes her, I guess, some kind of potential heavyweight. She's also, besides being, I think she has a LinkedIn, right? I actually made this video before, and I realized I wasn't streaming it, so actually, it's good. This is going to be more put together than usual. So let's look at Jules Terpak LinkedIn. Let's see how she advertised herself. She says she's growing digital. She has 1,000 followers on LinkedIn. That's nice. She is followed by, wow, some high profile people. I've heard of this lady, right? Yeah, that's nice. I wonder who she's connected to. She has a weekly advice column with the Washington Post 1 month ago. That's all about life online. She also has, audience, like, 300,000 on TikTok, focused on tech. She's a researcher in training at Google, focused on youth insights, and she's a co-host of Forward with Andrew Yang podcast. She's advice columnist at the Washington Post. So she added the advice columnist to the Washington Post, but she did not, when she added the Washington Post, that was a month ago, she did not remove co-host of Forward with Andrew Yang podcast. But we could see that lately there is nothing going on with Andrew Yang's podcast with her. Maybe she just got too busy with other stuff. Maybe she's decided to discontinue her with Andrew Yang. Just the more I think about it, the less I think I think it's likely she's going to hold on to that and try to, they may, the consultants may be playing this a couple ways. They may be trying to keep her safe for other things. But let's start to examine what's going on. But luckily, her email is available, right? Like I showed you before. So we're going to be contacting her. So that's the LinkedIn over there. Okay. All right. Tesla, whatever. I don't even. Okay. She's into that whole tech thing. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. So let's see. All right, that's her LinkedIn. So once again, it's just she's kind of young, so you can't really expect to have so much stuff. She did something with CUNY. Um, all right. And is this the first page of the search? No, the first page looks like this. Okay. Here she is on Twitter. She's an advice columnist. Okay, that's nice. One thing, she has 11,000 followers on Instagram. She doesn't really talk about that. And another thing that's interesting is on her actual YouTube page, she actually disabled it. Now, even though it's another YouTube platform, right? Even though it's a streaming platform, for some reason, right? Yeah, you think that she could do pretty well with on other platforms. She could gain some followers. She could repost things like that. Her TikToks. She is there a channel here? It doesn't even exist. Maybe she has an exclusive deal with Yang or something. Who knows what's going on? Yeah, you could just make up all this stuff. She has a channel, but it doesn't. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this channel doesn't have any contents. It's also possible, right? It's also possible that she had some content before that was problematic, or there's also potentially a lack of content. And we'll see. Let's get to the potential lack of content right there. So you could see her followings on TikTok, not so much on YouTube or Instagram. On TikTok, you know that you can build the followers very, very fast, doing quite not that really deep coverage, right? They also saw that there was some other things. Now, there's one thing that I want to talk about is the political and media aristocracy. People are not just, it looks spontaneous, it's not, okay? People are picked and chosen to be in this world. There's something that says about her. She was, okay. She was picked up to White House briefing, right? She was, she somehow got to be doing stuff with the White House as well. I think so. Yeah, let's take a look. Right, her and other TikTok creators were pulled to the White House to speak to the youth, I guess, right? TikTok stars receive White House briefing on Ukraine. Okay. White House briefed TikTok influencers on Russia's invasion. So she's being pulled into some really, really high-level meetings here. Let's go back and take a look over here at the first page of searches here. Okay. Now, 10 things you didn't know. Okay, whatever. We also see that she's also pushed on, what is it? Is this the one where she's on Breaking Points? No. She was also featured on Breaking Point's channel, which is interesting as well. Kate Lindsay, I don't know who that is. Okay, TikTok, whatever. Oh, here it is, yeah.
Hey guys, our friend Marshall Kosloff, he's going to be conducting interviews.
Okay, so that's nice. Here, let's see what she has to say.
Access to the data, and it's unclear right now if that is still the case, but apparently TikTok put out a statement last week that a lot of the data has moved over finally to Oracle, which is again has been in the works for 2 years, but even it's still concerned having data for the past 3 years on a lot of America's youth, because now TikTok has surpassed Instagram and Gen Z users. It has 100 million US users, and it's also surpassed YouTube in watch time, so basically time spent on the app. So just the past 3 years alone, having data on that for China is huge.
Okay, so she's tearing up on the TikTok, but she also does talk about some issues with the TikTok privacy. Let's see over here.
And everything like that. That goes as far as like deleted drafts within the app. So lasted up until today. So it's been about 2 years now that this has been going on. So it was 80 leaked audios from these meetings, coverage of basically saying that China still had access to a lot of, if not all of the data. So that's not just in terms of, age and names of users and everything like that. That goes as far as like deleted drafts within the app. So super personal stuff. For people who don't know, like an app like Snapchat, a lot of young people use that as like their default camera app. And you see.
So she knows that there's problems with TikTok, but she's still rocking it. I mean, you gotta Gotta stick with what feeds you, right? Yeah, you don't really have following on the other platforms, but you still need to, even though you know there's problems. So you could see that you're already making some of these choices that, make me nervous about some of the things that you make choices otherwise, right? 1.78 subscribers. I mean, damn. And on the YouTube, you can see that you look like a rebel here. You got your middle finger up. That's nice. But it's when it really comes to it, right? Let's see where she really stands. So here you could see that I've actually nobody in the chat yet. That's okay. Here you can see that I penned the letters to me, dear Jules Terpak, issues regarding the Ford party, and I'd be surprised if she hadn't heard my name before. She's probably been told not to mess with me. Ford party and Yang. Okay. The Ford party, and they love to say, oh, I get so many emails, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't read yours, blah, 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 blah. Right? Yeah? It's called plausible deniability. Anyways, look, I'm making a video about it too, right? It's going to get back to her. Her fans, right? It will come up in the search. Multiple people will actually end up, right? Her handlers too will end up talking to her about this. I've been around celebs. I know this, and people who've seen me, right, with the whole Jimmy Dore situation, the Caleb Maupin situation, know that I've called these kinds of things out many times. Yeah? So they know that I'm not just, people that have never done any investigations or, probing to this topic are making a lot of assumptions that are really lazy. Anyways, the Ford party is very problematic, as you know, because I was a top volunteer for the top volunteer of the Yang Gang. Right now, the Ford party staff is 100% white. Now you could see something that's quite interesting. If I go to the Ford party over here, right? Now, if I went to team, and you'll see this in a former video right here, that I've actually sent to Jules right here. Actually, this is now, it's good that this is being shown on the documented. It no longer takes you to, right, this, it takes you to this page, which is a dead, there's nothing there, right? It actually relinks. It doesn't say, you don't get a 504, right, page link broken. It actually shovels you towards a new user session. You cannot look, right? Yeah, this is deliberate. This is deliberate, right? But if you take a look at the video that I've included in my thing right here, right? Okay. Let's open this link over here. My Twitter, actually. Let me see if I can bring that. You could see me going through the page over here. And you can see that the staff is actually 100% white. I don't have a problem with white people, but just so you know, people that are giving money to the fact of the matter is that all the minorities who worked with Yang were disgusted and walked away. That's the issue. That's the issue, right? If it was all up and up, if it wasn't that every single minority who worked with Yang was disgusted and walked away, then that wouldn't be an issue. This is what you can see, fordparty.com/team. You could see it used to come up there, yeah, on the screen right there, but now you could see that no longer works anymore. If you go to the Ford party page, they took it down. They don't want to even address the issue at all, right? There's no information on who they are, right? Learn more, blog, media, fac, press. Who works for the party? How are you funded? Right? They probably had a meeting and said, we don't even have to, why are we even telling people that we work for the Ford party, right? It's embarrassing. We don't want to let people know. It's disgusting. They can't do any events in New York City. They got a merch and a donate all in red right there. They're collecting that money. Keeping the money out of grassroots activists like myself hands. Let's go and, okay, so that's the first thing I want to address, the fact that the staff is 100% white, even though he's supposed to be the first Asian American, notable figure in politics, right? Imagine that the first black notable figure in politics had an all-white staff. Like, that would be newsworthy, right? Notice that this is not newsworthy, not by breaking points. I'm not going to share Crystal Ball's email. I do have Crystal Ball's email. She's banned me now. Because when I sent her the message, instead of responding and saying, look, this is an issue, right? I'm not saying F you, Jules Terpak. I didn't say F you, crystal ball, just like this, right? Just a normal email, just bam, got blocked. Yeah? They do not want, right? This message is just, the second they see it, they need culpable denial, they need a plausible deniability, and they also need to erase any evidence that this is an issue. Now they have deleted their staff page because embarrassing. Oh wait, do I have to do a spell check correct here thing? Okay, wow. Okay, but that's just the beginning. I led Yang Gang and MP at their movement to Schumer's doorstep. Okay. Take a look at that one right there. Okay. Here you could see me and another third-party movement here with me with the math hats. These are prominent people in the Yang Gang. New York City's organizers. I believe the Brooklyn, this what did take place in Brooklyn. Yeah, there was cops all over. Not that I'm really, the cops were not problematic I mean, what did they try to stop me from submitting the letter that we had written to Schumer? But, in the end, they let us do it. So UBI now, they are also part of the Yang Gang here, right? This is, I believe, the Brooklyn coordinator. This is some members of Yang Gang here. And these are members of something called MPP over here. Yeah, and they're also affiliated with Our Revolution, things like that, right? This is the daughter of someone who was running for mayor. I think of Diane Morales. That was her daughter. And this is Aaron Foldenhauer. He's also been involved in third-party movements. I think she's involved with Our Revolution, New Jersey. So this is a pretty significant event with third-party. This is something called MPP. I think that Crystal Ball and Andrew Yang should be familiar with them. Yeah. They also went to speak at their convention, which was actually quite large. And I set that up. Anyways, so I'm showing, right, Jules, that I'm not just some guy. I'm also have some significant background. I have more videos on this particular issue, but also I invited them to the Medicare for All March, right? That's not the only thing. It's not like, I did one thing and I have so much to say. I'm an activist over 25 years, okay? Medicare for All, right, that happened this summer. Right. Then I invited them to the Medicare for All March. Paige, again, she was with me at the when we went to Schumer's. You can get in with the Burning people, right? Let's merge the groups together, right? On the ground, right? Funny thing that the Ford Party doesn't want to work with Our Revolution or any of those other people, right? Or doesn't want to work with, right? People on the ground still want the same thing that the Ford Party talks about, right? But are they controlled opposition, right? Their co-host is getting into the White House and stuff like that. Are they really, really fighting against the establishment? It looks weird, Jules. Maybe so, but if so, then people like myself would have a part in this, right? If you really believe in Medicare for All, right, you could see that I say even, like, I'm willing to say screw all the crap that you guys doing to me, even though I haven't put it in the email. Maybe I should. There's criminal charges that they've admitted to doing criminal things to me, right? You could see that on my channel as well. Let's go take a look at that right quick, right? Okay. If you go to my channel here and you take a look at this proof that Yang Gang knows that I was set up, yeah, they know. You could also watch this other one with Erica McLeod, where this is also a good video to watch. Where's the one with Erica? There's one where I confront her outside after the after this event, and she starts apologizing and stuff. She won't admit to any fault. It's disgusting. It's some real corporate bullshit. Just so you know, it is actually quite traumatic to have to go through this again and again. Also, it's traumatic to go through this again and again and to know that probably nothing will be done about it. But what do I have to lose? Right? I'm going to keep going. So Erica McLeod was a strong part of empowering corporate campaign consultants over volunteers for YG. And the corporate campaign consultant element is actually what I believe is controlling, to extent, Jules Terpak as well. Maybe she's knowledgeable, maybe she's not, right? The Queen's coordinator, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, this Queen's coordinator was betrayed by the Yang campaign. Notice that we're not listening to anybody who had a history with the Yang campaign as him working with him, right? The New York coordinator, the Manhattan coordinator, Queen's coordinator. We'll get to more of that in a moment, but You're just hearing from new people that are brought up, right? Good-looking people to distract you from looking at, like, what's the actual past of this organization and what is their commitment to actual change. They talking a lot, but where's the actual action? Are they talking with legislators? Are they actually, you know, pushing for actual change? Where is it's just a bunch of celebrities getting together. Celebrity get together. That's what it is. Yeah, it's disgusting. So, anyways, I was for the Medicare for All March, and I was turned away. I was also the first nation to force the vote in a video documented as below. Okay, so let's take a look at that one as well. Okay. So here you could see me at the AOC's office. Force the vote was actually a plan hashed out by Jimmy Dore to force a vote for the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, right? To have the progressives say, you know, we're not going to actually just greenlight your path to leadership. We want something in exchange for our cooperation. This is negotiation. That's business, right? It's not really me trying to say, you know, Pelosi, you're bad for rest of life. Right? We're just out here to destroy you. We're just saying, look, we have some seats here now. It's a tight race. You know, we want this Medicare for All thing. At least have a floor vote on it. Just asking for a vote, right? It could get voted down. We're not saying, right, we're going to shut down the whole nation if you don't give us this Medicare for All thing. We're just saying we want a vote. That's too much to ask. This is trying to have a real impact on what's going on here, right? Not just talking about it. Big shout out to my man Lewis, you know, working on the public housing issue as well. I try to address that as well, by the way. Okay, shout out to Lewis. Flex for Pelosi, M for Ray. Hey, man, that's a good looks, bro. We're up there wearing the math hat, right? Yeah. At the event, you can see me wearing the same hat, right? Yeah. That's the math hat right there. You see the math right there? That's Assange right there. And force the vote. Yeah. Here I am talking about the event, right? Still with my math hat on. Yeah, check this out, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry about the eye patch right now. Yeah, I tried to stop, I'll show that for a second, yeah? Okay, so what happened was that there was this lady who was chasing this guy with a stun gun on the subway, and I tried to, you know, stop it. Whoops! Where's that? Okay, let's... Oh no, that was, yeah, you could see over here, with a fucking taser. Yo, leave that dude alone, come on. Leave that dude alone, I'm live streaming. Stun gun. I'm live streaming. Yeah, she's zapping.
I'm live streaming this, why are you zapping him? Just leave him alone.
This guy's running in terror. So I started filming, I'm like, yo, just leave the guy alone.
Just let him
you know
live.
What I mean?
Why are you chasing him?
You know, if the guy did something wrong, like, she don't gotta keep chasing him. She could call the cops or something, but she's just a threat. And it's too much, you know. Then she came after me, so, yeah, she's still terrorizing. So yeah, man, you know, whatever, yeah. That's what happened to my ass. So look, let's go back to this. So the force to vote, right? That's not all, right? There's significantly more, and most of the bulk of what's going on is really covered in this video with me and Ron Marzette. Right? And I actually cover like a lot of the issues here. Besides just my complaints, right? There's also good evidence from something called the Ford Party Arizona, which was actually the top Yang Gang organization, volunteer organization in the nation. They also left the Yang Gang because of mistreatment. So I cover that on this video as well as you know, including you can see this letter here.
Yeah, so know him from there.
The president of that organization, and you can see that in this letter, they became a 501c4. They did all, that's thousands of dollars of investment.
Do you know him?
That they just threw out the door.
I know him.
The president and the vice president both
What do you know
signed
about
this
him?
letter.
I know that he was the
So I bring this
president
to Ron Marzette's attention,
for humanity.
right? Ford,
Yes.
Arizona. I'm at a Ford, Arizona president over there, 501c4.
Yeah, they went got full licensing and all that.
You'll see at the bottom was the elected board has voted to dissolve Command Ford Arizona as a legal entity.
Know him from there. And
and here's the president and the vice president, Ron Russell. Yeah, both signed it. Yeah. So notice that and throughout all this work that I did during the Yang Gang, that wasn't the only work that I did. And if you go to my channel, I definitely encourage you to. Oh, here it is. Yeah. I also with Herzog's people, right? Yeah. His
Yo, what's up? Check it out, your boy.
you could see me with some other volunteers on the ground, right? Yeah. Herzog was actually one of Andrew Yang's first staff members.
That's right.
So you could see me here, right? The thing is that out of all the phone banking that I did lots, and out of all my stuff on the ground, did I ever see or hear from Jules Terpak? She was not really involved with doing any of the actual on the ground work. They just saw someone with a whole bunch of TikTok views, and they were like, and the consultants were, let's grab her, right? But I want Jules Terpak, can you show me any videos of you really doing any work on the ground? And if so, what was the extent of that work? Did you just show up occasionally and just like take some photos, or were you really involved with the organizing? What do you really know about this, and why are you being propelled to the top? Right? Why are you? It's a little weird, right? No, and what if it doesn't have to be me, even though I'm probably the best qualified, right? If it's not me, what about any the coordinators from the Yang campaign? It's quite disturbing, right? Here I am talking with the national director of the Ford Party, right? That's an interesting one to watch as well, right? It's real. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, straight up. So that's a good video to watch right there. Suraj Patel is a big shot lawyer, right? Check out this video where at 2:34 I confront Suraj regarding sex assault allegations and disillusionment of New York City's minority with Yang. That's a good one to check out.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy DGL7. You know what I mean? You may see my violin.
Bam, there you go. We're almost there. So hopefully, I heard a lot in your conversation about, like, if only we had, like, affordable housing. Okay, it's about to hit right here.
Look at the accusation sexual assault inside the Gang campaign. Look at Suraj's complete decision to even address. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the sexual assault allegation, about the racism complaints. All he cares about getting into office. He's still not going to say anything real violent. What about any single one of the coordinators from New York City? The New York City, the Manhattan coordinator, the Queens coordinator. Are any of these coordinators working in the Yang Gang now? If not, why not? If not, why not? Suraj, you have no answers? Yeah? They have nothing to say. Does anybody want to say it? I'm going to shut up now. Wait to see how long. They have nothing to say. That's Suraj Patel.
Time comes when the silence is...
Okay, so, if I was lying about this, shut me down. This is serious. Here's the Queen's card about, yeah. Right? In the video, I talk about where's the Queen's coordinator. It's right there, right? The other ones don't want to burn their bridges, stuff like that, and it's really disturbing. Like, Jules, you seem like a cool individual. I've been let down so many times by people like Jules. Maybe she'll come out and, actually, I'd like to talk with her about this issue. She's talking about politics and stuff. I'm sure her handlers, as soon as they get this, will say, Jules, do not talk to GL7. Do not talk to him, whatever you do, right? Yeah? Give me a chance, right? Jules, you seem like a cool individual. I do not remember seeing you doing the work such as phone banking, rallying, or organizing any real system way for the Yang Gang. This is true. I'm not, this is not attack. That's okay. That's okay. But why do you think? You think it's being why our voices are being silenced? Yeah. I welcome your voice in the conversation. I do, right? She has something to contribute. She is the voice of the youth, right? She is someone who's younger, and she does. I'm not someone to say, oh, you're younger than me, so you shouldn't speak. You don't have the experience, so you shouldn't speak. As someone who's often silenced, I know the importance of being able to be heard. But why is your voice being platformed while our voices are literally being silenced? I welcome voice to the conversation, but you should not replace us. Yeah. There's real serious things going on for part. I appreciate the chance to address them. There's a political media aristocracy. Jules, are you part of the aristocracy? That shuts out grassroots organized, prevents our voice from being heard. We're supposed to just do the work, but we are not allowed to comment or bring up issues of concern. No matter how many victims are created, no matter the depth of the accusation, be it racism, sexual assault, or more. These are serious accusations. I haven't seen you on the four-party show lately. I'm hoping you've heard about the issues and decided to step back. But the fact is that we need addressment of the issue, even though the press is unwilling to cover it. Are you willing to cover it? The four parties collecting a lot of money that, right? I am unfunded. I'm actually struggling like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? It is what it is because the lack of recognition means that, you know, all the nations, instead of going this way, right? Yeah. Go toward the forward party to really not achieve anything, just to spin wheels and just to talk to more celebrities. Let's go to the forward party, right? The forward with Andrew Yang. Okay, let's see who he's talking to. The first 4A12 is just pure white. Yeah, Matt Shiners is actually his chief of staff. People don't know about that now. That the team, that the people on the staff at the forward party has been erased. Let's go and check the chat right now and see if anybody has anything to say or if anybody's checking it out right now. We have no viewers at this time. It is what it is, yeah? Anyways, look. About to send this email. My numbers. Or hit me back by email. This is real serious. Thanks. I mean, I think you're gonna tell that this is serious by the what happened at Siraj Patel's place, right? So they're gonna try to make me look like a crazy person, but I've done more work, yeah? So it is what it is. Alright, so that's the there is a political media aristocracy that runs around and actually victimizes people on the ground doing the work. And you know, shout out to my man, I hope my man Yankee Tanky watches this, right? You were at the last basic income march that happened, and there's another one happened late September here in New York City. Yeah? They paying, right? Remember that they paid a DJ to be there, not me, right? Yeah. From there's a guy named JFK, not John F. Kennedy, but his name's James Felton Keith. He's buddy with the organizer there. I forgot her name. Let's look at Basic Income March, actually. This is hilarious. Oh, let me, you know, actually, I'm glad I should, let me, okay, this is hilarious. Okay, here's Basic Income March, and this is hilarious, okay? Wait till you see this shit. This is happening on September 24th. I'm already being asked if I will be protesting at this event. Highlights from 2021. I was there. Okay. They had these drummers. These are James Felton Keith's people again. I was here protesting. They made sure to cut me from all the footage. I'm almost definitely going there to protest again. It's disgusting what they're doing here. Yeah, JFK, you saw that right there? That's the James Felton Keith I was telling you about, right? Yeah? His people got paid. His DJ got paid, not me. Yo, it's disgusting. That lady right there. I forgot her name. And it was, look, I'm not here to like identify her or get her harassed or cause any problems like that. But these are real serious issues, yeah? Shane Moynihan. Father and child tax care replacement. Shane was a very, now I know Shane. He did some stuff on the ground, right? But he came in late. He really wasn't involved before during the campaign. He just kind of came on at the end. He did a little bit. And because there was no one left, he went to the front. Andrew Yang speaking. Yo, Andrew Yang, the Ford Party is not even about UBI anymore. Right? Let's take a look. What do you guys even stand for? Platform, okay. More unites us than divides us. Any problem, free people, vitalize a culture that celebrates difference in individual choice, rejects hate, removes barriers so that each can reach their full potential. Thriving communities, reinvigorate fair, flourishing economy. There's nothing about UBI anymore. Still, he's speaking at the event. Ranked choice voting, I could tell you more about that, right? A lot of people have no practical experience. I do. Ranked choice voting is not the panacea that everybody thinks it is. And I could talk about that as well, but notice that they don't want to hear about that, right? That goes against their marketing scheme. They don't want to have anybody reveal the problem with ranked choice voting. There are pluses, there are minuses as well, but they don't want anybody to talk about that. That's got to be deaded. And the UBI is gone. But still, they putting him on the front right here, yeah? Now, you could see that JFK, you would joke, man, that they putting this guy, James Felton Keith, that they making this guy large, right? Let me show you right here on my channel once again. I've actually asked, let's see over here. I have different playlists over here. In this United Platform for 22, right, I have actually, let's see this one over here. I've actually interviewed all these people right from Oklahoma independents, Wisconsin independents, the Democrat from New York, the Rouge independent from New York, independent from Florida, libertarian from Pennsylvania, Frank Hughes from independent governor, and each one of them, right, every single one of these candidates, right, this is on a national basis in this election cycle 22, right, I asked them if they would support UBI, right, directly. Then in this one, right, in this New York City candidate interview, I have all these candidates from last year, right? I asked all these candidates, all running in New York City, if they would support UBI. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Okay? Yeah, that's a lot. Okay? What about James Felton Keith? What did he do for UBI? I want to know. But his people getting paid out the chain. They rented all these the stage and all this stuff. They paid thousands of dollars, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, people that are actually doing the work have to do it on their own volunteer time, and they put up Jules up there. They making sure that I'm not there. Yeah. Bang that drum, man. It's disgusting. Yang doesn't even stand for UBI anymore. Oh, wait, I didn't even show it on the screen. Oh, my bad, okay. Do that, okay. My bad over here, yeah. So here I am, yeah. Here's the James Felton Keith over there, right? Yeah, that I was talking about earlier. Here's... Yo, this is just stupid, yeah. Here's the Yang that I was talking about earlier, yeah. They featuring him, yeah. Former UBI advocate. He's not an advocate anymore, right? You can see right here, right? On the four-party platform, there's no more UBI anymore. It's just not there. They're just trying to keep their relationship with the cozy, comfortable people, right? It's disgusting. I was there at this basic income march. And Yankee Tanky was there too. We rarely came together in community. These are James Felton Keith's people. They getting paid, right? Probably these performers not getting paid, but probably your coach getting paid. You getting pimped out. Disgusting. They just see a way that they can collect money, and doesn't matter if there's racist stuff going on, doesn't matter if, you know, Shane over here. Shane, there's sex assault allegations going on, man. It's just too much, man. It's too much. Right? could see he's very highly JFK, James Felton Keith, right? Yeah. Setting up this stage, getting paid thousands of dollars, right? Set this all up, yeah. Buying signs for thousands of dollars. I saw where they bought the signs from. They did not buy it from a discount, like, you know. They just pay, they just have money just to spend on all this stuff. Oh, did I show myself with all the candidates? Yeah, these are all the candidates that I interviewed, right? Yeah, from New York City. And these are all the candidates I interviewed during this election cycle. And I asked every single one of them if they would support UBI. Every single one of them. But they can't talk about that, right? That's not what they actually want. I'm going to ask you right now, Shane, Chang, what did they do to promote UBI? What is even Andrew Yang doing to promote UBI right now? Nothing. He's taking it down. They make it look diverse here, right? They got these Afro puffs. They got this Hajib. They got this, you know, white guy here. You know what I mean? They making it look diverse. In reality, the staff is 100% white. They don't even show the staff here anymore. So, it's disgusting. Did I send the email already? I did. Okay. So let's see when she gets it. I'll get a read receipt when she opens it, so that could be any moment. Maybe she wakes up late. I'm up early. Let me check the chat one more time before I shut it down. I will update when it's checked. But there is a social and media and political aristocracy that's going on, and it's real serious, and you guys should know about it. It's really hurting us people on the ground. It's a serious problem, real serious. A big shout out right now to my man Mike Zimbleskis, right? Yeah, he's running Republican, but just so you know, actually in areas that are controlled by one party, be it Republican or Democrat, the other party often becomes a de facto resistance organization. Michael Zimbleskis is not necessarily a Republican, as you may understand it. He actually had something called the Independence Party that he started before. And right now, out of the candidates that are running, I think he's running against Gerald Nadler, who just won the primary for the Democrats. But who's really supporting public housing? Who's supporting the people, right? The little guy. It's Zimbleskis. You look at Nadler, he's supporting the developers. Where's Zimbleskis on the Penn Station rezoning and all that other stuff, right? The big developers is with Nadler. So look up Mike Zimbleskis right here. Michael Zimbleskis, he's pretty cool. And I'm really deep in wait, once again, Jules Terpak, right? Look at her. Let's go one more time, right? Yeah. Is she involved in any? Is she involved politically? Look, this is my first time, right? Yeah, let's take a look. What is she doing here? Okay.
This week's question is from Ready to X Out. Oh, I know. Okay, I'm a Gen Xer who has always been an early adopter of technology, but I'm struggling with social media. Although I consume content, I just can't get into creating it. Every once in a while, I'll post a message or a photo, but I'm inconsistent. Part of me feels like dropping my social media accounts altogether so I don't have to worry about not doing my part. The other part of me knows that this is a primary way in which people connect now. I fear losing out on keeping up with my friends' and family's lives. How should I reconcile these feelings, and should I suck it up and start creating content? This is so interesting because this pressure to create, this pressure to post, I assumed was only something that younger generations have been feeling. Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing really political there. Massively, chronically something. Advice column, incorrect. Demonic, political, okay. Are you actually advancing any political ideologies? Are you pushing any particular issues? Here you're talking about, right, the fact that as an advice columnist, people look up because you're successful. Opportunities in media. Okay, yeah, you got those opportunities. Okay, so here's something from the 4 Yang, but I guess that's where the issues come out, because I don't spoke with NBC.
Some folks on platforms like TikTok are working to make sure their peers do not get fooled.
The majority of young people aren't going to legacy media for news. They're going to social media. All generations are victims of misinformation on social media, but Gen Z is particularly great at giving misinformation more reach. Grew up making fun of our parents and grandparents falling for spam emails, but every single day I see young people falling for false narratives that can change their entire worldview.
Preparing young people to be shrewd.
Yeah. And Jules, if you're really serious about this, right, you are the new generation. Let's be real, right? This is kind of like you're kind of being used to, do you think that maybe you're part of it in some ways? I would like to have a real conversation with you about this, right? I'm not going to try to cancel you. I think that your voice is worthy, but notice that your voice is being platformed in a movement, right? Yeah, on the backs of, right, the Four Party was built on the backs of just Yang himself, or the thousands of volunteers who have something to say and who have been, there's problematic things going on. Quite interesting, yeah. What issues are you talking about here? Just, it seems pretty simplistic, right? You were the young face who says that young people don't really pay attention to news, normal news, and they're paying attention to social media. I don't think that's really that unknown, right? People don't, but are you working for the poor? Are you working for the disenfranchised? Are you public housing? Are you doing look, I have voter registration forms right here. You know what I mean? Voter registration forms right there. Yeah. You got that, Jules? Are you really a political activist, or are you being made to distract people so they cannot address certain issues, Jules? That's really you're part of it too. And it just is what it is. So, okay, we'll see. Oh, Weasley. All right, so I guess I'm gonna just end it there. Hope you guys tune into the next episode. I'll be covering a lot more of this political media aristocracy stuff as time goes on. God bless.